philosophy be based on what they noticed on film. Self-scouting themselves, to me, should be so much bigger of a story for the Packers because of everything that's been said and done. And a 39-year-old coach that everybody's saying is over his skis and over his thing. That's not a little thing to me, Julius.
Well, it's working. Obviously, Lafleur hiring you guys hiring Lafleur was obviously a risk because of his age, his inexperience. But you guys, I think your GM, his name Gutenkoost.
Yeah,
He's
Goody.
done,
We just call him Goody because it's hard to say his name, so you can just say Goody.
yeah, he's done a phenomenal job with you guys the short time he's been here. I say he's like I like to give Bob Quinn a lot of credit in Detroit, but Gutenkoost has done a hell of a job. Like the bringing in the Smiths, like things like that, like and bringing in Lafleur, like things like that is just like he's done a hell of a job. And what's see, there's like the Packers, like I can admit, like in previous seasons, I haven't really followed the Packers like as a opposing fan as well as I had this year. It's just like now that I see that the Lions have kind of risen to that level, I guess that it's more
You want
important
to
for
kind
me
of
to
check out the
keep an eye
competition
on.
around them.
Exactly. It's more important for me. I feel for me to keep an eye on
Julius,
you
that's
know
no, that's
the division.
common. When your team
Yeah.
does better, you're more invested in the overall season. It's more interesting. Trust me, because we just went through this as Packer fans for the last 2 years. The season gets to be long, and you almost are looking more forward to the off season because you know there's nothing like. And then the playoffs aren't as much fun. It honestly, it it's harder when your team isn't doing as good. So I completely understand where you're coming from, Julius, about being more invested. Your ears are perked up. You're more excited. There's more hype. It's just more fun, man. It's just
Definitely.
period.
Oh, definitely, definitely. And this, I'm telling you,
Well,
this
I
is
mean,
different for a Lions fan. For a Lions fan, this is different. Now, the season is still young, but you don't always feel this way. And like I remember I apologized. You guys remember when I apologized last week to Lions fans for blaming the refs for in Kansas City because like that's something a loser does, and that's something that Lions fans are used to doing.
like Skip Bayless.
Exactly. Like at the end of the day, we had our chances to beat Kansas City. We fumbled inside the goal line twice. You know, we made mistakes and we lost a close game. So, as it will help to keep a winning attitude. And I'm really proud of the players and the coaches after the game. They didn't blame the refs and stuff. They acknowledged what they did wrong and they acknowledged that that was a good team and they moved on. And that's what winners do. So I'm telling you, Lions fans are getting used to will have to get used to winning. If the Lions are going to be a good team, the Lions fans are going to have to get used to it. Like the
I
way
still
they
see a lot of negativity online too. Still 2-1.
Lions fans are totally negative. They're one of the most negative fan bases in the NFL, and for good reason.
But that's
We've
why
never
I
been to a
think
Super
I
Bowl.
wanted to come out and start the show with telling you what I told you because I think that's important because I think that's where a lot of Lions fans get stuck. They see that and they don't have the ability to do what we can do. That's what our job is here, Julius, is to give them that insight. And so as a Packer
Oh,
fan, I'm telling you, you guys can chill out, enjoy it, have some fun, because I know those situations, they're still happening. But for a change, for some reason, for whatever it is, and who cares? It doesn't matter. It's going your way. You're coming out on top more times than not. And it's not a big deal to lose to a Kansas City because guess what? You kind of gave the next team that actually beat them the blueprint for it. So you might have lost, but in the end, if you guys had to play them again, I think I'd bet on the Lions this time around. Honestly.
hey, the coach came out and pretty much
They
did what
used
Matt
the game
Patricia did.
plan. The man
Yeah,
coverage, they used your game. That's what I'm saying. You might have lost the game, but it was there. It's just it's a matchup thing. I think you can look and your team knows. Okay, we lost, but when you look at it, that we matched up, we can beat this team. We didn't beat them this time, but we're not. That's not a bad matchup. It's actually the matchup favors us. They just came out on top this time, and if they matched up again, I would bet on the Lions. And I'm not BSing. I'm not being like that. You saw it on the field. That matchup proved on the field it's not a good matchup for Kansas City. Their personnel, you guys, and the way you can play defense, it happens all the time. Packers fans, 2011, 2007, New York Giants. I said it both times back then when I was a lot younger. Those were two teams you didn't want to have to face in the postseason. They were just bad matchups personnel-wise with what we did offensively and defensively and what they did offensively and defensively. You can take that and put it right here with Kansas City and Detroit. You saw it on the field.
Well, and it shows that Kansas City is not invincible. And, there's a way you can slow down Matt Mahomes. And I think Matt Patricia, like I said last week, we got to give a man credit because he was the first name on a chopping block if this all had went south from the beginning of the season.
And you still think he's on the hot seat?
His seat is a lot cooler. I'm not saying
okay.
He's comfy, but he can.
So it's a little lukewarm right now.
Yeah, a lukewarm. He can still. This season can still implode. That'd be a very Lions thing, but it could still implode. I mean, so this Monday Night Football, I'm so ready for it. I am ready for it. I'm ready to see if Matt Patricia is going to have the team ready coming off the bye, and if we can hang with Aaron Rodgers and them boys in Wisconsin.
Well, like I said earlier, before the Kansas City-Detroit conversation came up, the weather, man, like I said, 30, 35 degrees, supposed to be 5 to 10 mile per hour winds. So it's going to feel a lot colder than it does in October, in mid-October at that. You're going to have an element.
Going to come to? You know what this game is going to come to? It's going to
come
down to the battle of the trenches. And the Packers and the Lions have both built their teams, barring their franchise quarterbacks. They've both built their teams the last few years from the inside out. So, it's going to be our offensive line versus y'all defensive line. Can y'all stop Kerryon Johnson? Can we stop Adam Jones? Can whichever team, it could be a defensive battle. It could be an offensive shootout. Hopefully we don't get absolutely wrecked. And I can't say hopefully y'all don't get wrecked because if the Packers got wrecked, I wouldn't be sad. But
of course you wouldn't.
But I think it's going to be a good game, and I think it's going to be a tough. It's the black and blue division. I think the Lions and the Packers are the two best teams in it right now, and I think it's gonna be a great game.
Well, there's one thing that I've noticed with that weather being a factor is inside the dome. I noticed that towards the end of the Chiefs game, the Andy Reid started running that inside RPO zone scheme with LaShawn McCoy. And he was getting those long runs, those little dump-off screens. And then Mahomes also had a couple big runs.
The Lions made some mistakes late in that game on defense, specifically our linebackers. Like on that 4th and 8, where Mahomes scrambled for 16 to pretty much that was pretty much the deciding play. We would have stopped them, and the game would have been over. Our Gerard Davis and Christian Jones followed Damian Williams out on a running back out route. You never put two guys on a running back, and one guy was supposed to stay. I think Gerard Davis was supposed to stay and play spy, and so we still have some weaknesses on our defense, more so than our offense, specifically our linebackers. So Adam Jones could have another huge game against us if we don't learn it, especially Aaron Rodgers. He's notoriously wrecked us with, creating space, so we'll see.
Well, that was my point is Aaron Jones using this inside zone scheme, and they have tape of Andy Reid using that same zone inside scheme that they used that last half of the game. And that fourth quarter, basically, that they switched to. Because before they were trying to do those stretch plays on the outside, and Damian Williams And, I mean, Darrell Williams and McCoy couldn't get anything going. Then all of a sudden they switched inside, and it's like there was daylight. So it makes me think, is the Packers going to do the same exact thing that they watched Reed do to get back out of that hole in Detroit and walk out with a W, an ugly W, and kind of use the same blueprint? I mean,
Well,
but especially the inside zone scheme we just had watched in Dallas.
If the Lions defensive line returns Deshaun Hand and Mike Daniels, that would help out a lot. As far as being vulnerable to those stretch plays and stuff. But man, there's so much to talk about this game, like to like break it down.
Oh, I've got a ton of questions. I sent you a ton, buddy. You know I'm ready.
Oh yeah, I'm ready too.
Well, okay. Flipping the side of the field, Kerryon Johnson finally had a huge day in Kansas City. We're all waiting on all season. Like, he's had flashes throughout the season already, but Kansas City game, man, it took off like a charging stallion. And are we going to see that carry into Green Bay? Because in the past, I know y'all have had different offensive coordinators in the past on this, but whenever it seems like y'all do have a running game, or at least some sign of it in the past, all of a sudden it switches to a heavy pass scheme for the offense whenever y'all come to Green Bay, because it's like y'all want to have Stafford go toe-to-toe with Rodgers, which now they're both leaning on the run game. Do you think Kerryon still has a good day or no?
Well, Kerryon needs to have a good day because he is our begin all end all on offense. So when we have him going, if he can be effective, our offense is effective. If our running game isn't going, our play action isn't working, then we have to rely on Stafford. And right now, our offense is built for Kerryon Johnson. And so the Packers defense, I know y'all been a little leaky against the run. So I'm hoping that, Kansas City is horrible against the run. They're one of the worst teams in the league against the run. So we definitely took advantage of that. So I'm hoping we've taken advantage of that against Green Bay. Kerryon needs to have a good game in Green Bay for us to have a shot. Simple as that.
Well, there's a reason why the Packers' run defense was so leaky and had those giant gaps. And a lot of people were blaming Blake Martinez about saying, oh, he wasn't gap essential, he wasn't being mindset right. Well, the thing is, this past week against Dallas, we went ahead and got back two big additions in Oren Burks, that first time playing all season, and also Montravius Adams, another one of those big, freakishly athletic defensive tackles we got in next to Kenny Clark. Because in week one, when we faced Montgomery, Julius, we didn't let Montgomery do anything that game. That's the thing. Adams was in the inside next to Clark was a huge, like, they ate up a lot of gaps. And then he got hurt late in that Bears game. I think like the second to last play, they ended up getting hurt on defense, and he came out. He hasn't been on the field since until last week in Dallas, and Zeke was held to 62 yards. So I'm not saying it's fixed. I'm just saying it's improved because we ended up getting some people back from injuries like y'all need with Hand. So it's like that same piece with Hand coming back. And I'm not saying Adams is on Hand's level, because Deshaun Hand's a freak of nature. Watching him play is disgusting. Like, he shed freaking blockers like it's melted cheese. He literally sheds blockers that easily.
He was Bob Quinn's best draft pick last year, and they snapped him out of the fourth round out of Alabama. And a lot of guys, he was kind of like Rashawn Gary a little bit, kind of like his work ethic was questioned, his motor, his drive, and so he fell.
Yeah, I remember that out of Bama. Yeah,
he had a great rookie season, and then he got hurt in training camp. So we just been waiting on him to get back, because he's a big piece on that defensive line. And Mike Daniels, he needs to come back too, because this could be a little revenge game for him, and we can always use his energy.
Well, I mean, that's something I've seen with him, though. Before he got hurt, he wasn't really making much noise. I mean, did you question a little bit at all before he got hurt, maybe that y'all might have paid a little too much money for him?
Well, there was a big question over our whole defensive line, like Trey Flowers, Deshaun Hand, Ashawn Robinson, Mike Daniels, Snacks Harrison. All these guys are big pieces of our defense. None of them played